You post that, you're looking for all of the comments. Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo.
What happens when a WNBA star starts caring more about her Instagram feed than her game? Just take a look at Angel Reese. Her latest move didn't just grab attention, it had people cringing. Even some of her most loyal fans are scratching their heads, wondering what happened to the competitor they once admired. While Angel's out here trying to trend online, Caitlin Clark's busy rewriting the record books. One's chasing followers, the other's chasing history. So who are you rocking with? Team Clark or Team Reese? Drop it in the comments below, because let's be real, if Angel poured even half the energy she puts into her selfies into her post moves, she'd be unstoppable. But instead of grinding in the gym, she's walking red carpets, debating salary issues, and perfecting that influencer pose. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's offseason could double as a Rocky montage. 5 a.m. workouts, relentless drills, and enough sweat to fill a pool. Two women, two different paths, one chasing the spotlight, the other chasing greatness. And now, Sue Bird has entered the conversation, and she's delivering a reality check Angel Reese can't afford to ignore.
Really fun, rewarding, and also interesting to watch these younger athletes step into their professional careers. Obviously, Caitlin and Angel are two great examples.
Let's be real, the difference between these two couldn't be more obvious. While one WNBA star is out there dominating her competition, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie is busy strutting down a Victoria's Secret runway, acting like she's the real Angel. Yes, you heard that right. Angel Reese made headlines not for a game-winning performance or a major offseason improvement, but for modeling lingerie. And fans weren't impressed. The reaction was brutal. Social media lit up with one question: is she still a basketball player, or just a full-time influencer who occasionally touches a basketball?
Like so much earlier, these athletes are thinking about themselves as businesses, as brands. And it's amazing because they're carrying that with them to the WNBA, and so everything's just bigger.
It's a fair point. Critics say Angel Reese's focus has completely shifted. Her feed looks less like a hooper's grind and more like a fashion influencer's lookbook. Instead of tightening up her footwork, she's perfecting her poses. It's almost like she's aiming to be a Kardashian with a jump shot, except she keeps forgetting the jump shot part.
How can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized? What is the take here?
You know, it's funny. I just did another show right before this one, and we talked about how this younger generation just wants to cry and be victims about it.
Now, let's stack that up against Caitlin Clark. While Angel was striking poses for the cameras, Caitlin was deep in the grind, pushing through off-season workouts tough enough to break seasoned pros. She's breaking down film, sharpening her handles, and extending her shooting range day by day. That's the clear line between hype and hunger. Clark isn't just improving her skills, she's setting a new standard for what being a pro really means. No glam, no shortcuts, just pure, relentless work.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
That's exactly why fans connect with her. Caitlin doesn't need flashy stunts or viral moments to stay in the spotlight. Her game does all the talking. Everyone sees it. Her teammates, her coaches, the fans in the stands. One player's out here building a legacy, while the other's just building a following.
Now they're in that world. And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle.
Enter Sue Bird, four-time WNBA champion, Olympic gold medalist, and the very definition of credibility. She didn't call out Angel Reese by name, but her message was sharp enough to cut through the noise. Focus on the game, the rest will come. Translation: less posing, more playing. When Sue Bird speaks, the entire league pays attention, and this time her words landed like a clean block in crunch time. Her message was simple but powerful. You can't fake greatness. Real success takes discipline, consistency, and humility. 3 things Caitlin Clark embodies, and 3 lessons Angel Reese keeps brushing off. Whether Sue meant it as friendly advice or a not-so-subtle wake-up call, the message couldn't be clearer. Angel might be living in the spotlight, but Caitlin and Sue are the ones who earned theirs.
Your vehicle to Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part, doesn't fall.
Everyone knew exactly who Sue Bird was hinting at when she started comparing players' brands to their actual games. She even brought up LeBron James, a global icon who still finds time to put in the work every single day, despite balancing business deals, family, and media attention. Translation, it's possible to do both. She didn't have to name names. The message was loud and clear. It was like she looked right past Angel Reese's designer shades and said, "Now do you see the difference?" But Bird's words weren't just a dig, they were a blueprint. She wasn't throwing shade, she was giving strategy. Her point was simple: fame fades fast, but discipline never goes out of style. Stop chasing perfect photos and start perfecting your crossover. Sue's lesson was about longevity, building a career strong enough to outlast the hype, and a legacy that keeps shining long after the cameras stop rolling.
You have to find that balance. But when you look at some of the other athletes, particularly men, who've set a little bit of a blueprint in terms of the business and the sport, you never see LeBron miss a work.
While Sue Bird is out here dropping Hall of Fame level wisdom, where's Angel Reese? Oh, she's making her podcast rounds, hitting red carpets, and once again sounding off about her paycheck. It's starting to feel less WNBA and more Real Housewives of basketball. The contrast couldn't be clearer. One player's focused on building a legacy, the other's busy showing off her lifestyle. But here's the difference. Sue Bird isn't talking for attention. She's earned every ounce of credibility, and she's seen exactly what happens when talent loses focus. There's a long list of players who chased fame before fundamentals, and none of their careers ended well. The body slows down, the stats drop, and suddenly you're more of a headline than a highlight. When Bird says focus on the game, it's not a catchy phrase. It's a warning, a survival guide for anyone who actually wants to last.
Out of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here, and I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like. This is... she plays under the basket, or we thought she was.
Because the moment you start caring more about your image than your stat line, your game starts slipping fast. And Angel Reese is already showing the signs. Fans see it, teammates see it, and veterans like Sue Bird, they definitely see it. Reese keeps saying she's locked in on basketball, but where's the evidence? Her so-called training videos look more like perfume ads, slow motion edits, dramatic music, and not a single drop of sweat anywhere. Meanwhile, the rest of the league is out there putting in real work, grinding when no one's watching.
You feel great about it. You got a great body. You play in the WNBA, but you cannot cry. You cannot say anything. I mean, have you seen some of her TikTok posts? Like, she's literally held up an outline after getting waxed. You can literally see all of her business there outlined in blue wax. And I'm like, oh yes, please tell me how sexualized you are. I mean, what are you gonna do?
No one's saying athletes shouldn't build their brand or enjoy the attention that comes with success. But when chasing the spotlight becomes the mission instead of the result, that's when things start to fall apart. And right now, Angel Reese's focus is setting off all the warning lights.
A rookie in the league whose team sucked, who asked out at the end of the season with an injury, who won't shut up about herself, who ran their best player out of town. The coach got fired, and she started a podcast 5 seconds into the thing, creating all this controversy.
And it's not just Sue Bird calling her out. The criticism's coming from every direction now. Dave Portnoy, never one to hold back, absolutely roasted Angel Reese on Barstool Sports, labeling her behavior as flat-out classless. He didn't sugarcoat a thing. Portnoy said he's tired of seeing her everywhere except on the hardwood. In his book, it's simple. Real hoopers hoop. They don't chase clout. Or, as he perfectly put it, hey Angel, maybe skip one of those photo shoots and hit a few extra free throws instead.
Imagine if your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie? Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just in the gym.
Ready to go.
You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about on the... So, You got me wound up.
If that criticism hurt, what came next had to sting even more. Shaquille O'Neal, LSU legend and Angel Reese's supposed mentor, stepped in with a dose of truth that hit like one of his signature screams. Shaq drew comparisons between Reese and players who had all the style but none of the staying power. The message underneath was harsh but real. Talent might get you noticed, but hard work keeps you there. And coming from Shaq, a man who built his empire on dominance, effort, and undeniable charisma, that wasn't shade. It was a wake-up call.
Who you are, you're the female Antoine Jameson. You know who Antoine Jameson is? He got 20,000 points with his shot. Whatever your shot is. Like, everybody's shot ain't gonna be Steph Curry. Your shot is your shot.
Let's be honest. If anyone understands the highs and lows of fame, it's Shaq. He was a global icon off the court, but he earned that spotlight by dominating on it. He's not throwing shade, he's sending a warning. You can't live off hype forever. At some point, people expect results. So with Sue Bird, Dave Portnoy, and Shaquille O'Neal all sounding the alarm, you'd think Angel Reese would be grinding in the gym, letting her game do the talking. But instead, it's more selfies, more edits, more captions about being doubted. The real twist, nobody's doubting her looks, they're doubting her drive.
She was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
That's the real tragedy here. Angel Reese has the charisma, the confidence, and the talent to be great, but she's treating basketball like a brand deal instead of her purpose. She's got every tool in the bag, yet she keeps chasing clout instead of growth. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is the definition of locked in. While Reese is fine-tuning her next reel, Clark's fine-tuning her footwork. Her off-season isn't about rest, it's about reinvention. She's in the gym like a scientist in a lab, studying her flaws, analyzing film, and adding new layers to her game. Every drill, every rep, every jumper, it's all intentional. Her strength coach even admitted Clark trains with an obsession that borders on scary. She's lifting heavier, moving quicker, and rebuilding her body to handle tougher defenses next season. Her scrimmages don't look casual, but they look like playoff basketball. And that's the difference. Angel Reese wants to be admired. Caitlin Clark wants to be immortalized.
I just come out here and try to, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful, and the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what comes with it.
First up, ball handling under pressure. Caitlin Clark's already a wizard with the rock, but even wizards sharpen their spells. Let's not forget, she led the league in turnovers during her rookie season. But here's the truth. Most of those weren't from bad decisions. They were the natural growing pains of a player whose vision operates 3 steps ahead of everyone else. She was seeing passing lanes that her teammates hadn't even processed yet. Half the time, the ball was perfect. The timing wasn't, but Clark doesn't make excuses. She's attacking that weakness head on, tightening her handle in traffic, perfecting those tight space dribbles, and learning to dance through double and triple teams like it's second nature. Meanwhile, you know who led the league in turnovers this year because of bad choices? Yep, Angel Reese. Next, the mid-range game, the one hole in Clark's offensive arsenal. Everyone already knows about her absurd logo threes and her elite finishing touch near the rim. Shooting 62% inside 5 feet, a number that would make even NBA guards jealous. But that mid-range area, that's been the one spot defenders could actually breathe. Not anymore. She's added a smooth floater, a lightning-quick pull-up, and that rhythm dribble that freezes defenders in their tracks. Once that shot becomes automatic, guarding her becomes a nightmare. Play tight, she drives. Give her space, she cooks you. And then there's contact. Clark's always been fearless attacking the basket, but the WNBA is a whole different beast. These aren't college defenders, these are pros who will body you, bump you, and still call it clean. So what's she doing? Training to take hits and finish anyway. Simulated contact drills, core resistance work, power drives through pads. The type of grind that leaves bruises but builds dominance. She's not avoiding the contact anymore. She's feeding off it, and that's what's scary. This isn't just improvement, it's evolution. Caitlin Clark isn't tweaking her game. She's raising the ceiling of what a guard can be. Picture this, a Clark who's unbothered by traps, lethal from mid-range, and unstoppable through contact. Combine that with her trademark deep threes and quarterback-level playmaking, and you've got something borderline unfair. It's like giving Superman body armor, just in case. Next season, WNBA defenders might not need scouting reports. They might need therapy.
So you're starting from
a very high place, but as Michael Jordan once famously said, right, the ceiling is the roof. And there really is no ceiling on Caitlin Clark's game because of her vision. I think the thing that stands out the most to me is her court vision. And when you're able to shoot from deep the way she's able to shoot from deep.
Here's the twist. All this growth hasn't come at the cost of her character. Caitlin Clark isn't just developing her game, she's shaping her brand the right way. She's staying grounded, giving back, and using her platform to inspire, not to show off. Her fame hasn't become a distraction, it's become an extension of her purpose. While Angel Reese is turning her offseason into a runway tour, Clark's proving what real balance looks like. She's using her spotlight to make an impact, hosting youth camps, visiting schools, and showing up at charity events without turning any of it into a PR stunt. She's not online chasing clout or stirring drama. She's sharing the grind, the early workouts, the team chemistry, the progress. Her social media isn't about perfection or posing. It's about process and persistence. She's not flaunting her lifestyle, she's showcasing her journey.
There is really nothing you can do as a defense but hope the ball doesn't go in the basket. That's the level of greatness that Caitlin Clark can get to, where the defense's only hope is that she missed.
That's exactly why fans connect with her. Caitlin Clark doesn't try to look inspirational. She simply is. Her dedication speaks for itself, and people feel that. She's living proof that you don't need to fake your image to be marketable. Authenticity still wins hearts. So what does that mean for the WNBA's future? It's simple. Clark isn't just elevating her own performance. She's setting a new standard for everyone else. She's showing that you can be a superstar on and off the court without compromising what matters most. You can build a brand and chase greatness as long as the game stays your foundation. Caitlin Clark is rewriting the definition of the modern athlete. Talent first, fame second.
The more people can get out and watch the W or watch the college game or whatever it is, the better it's going to be for the future of the game.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese is still chasing the spotlight, hopping from interviews to photo shoots and doing everything to keep her name trending. And sure, that kind of buzz works for a while, but fame fades, skill lasts. True longevity in the WNBA isn't built on social media followers. It's built on discipline, humility, and consistency. It's earned in those unseen moments when the cameras are off and the grind continues. Caitlin Clark already understands that. Every workout, every rep, every possession. Now she's laying the foundation for something that will outlast every headline. Angel Reese might be living in her moment, but Caitlin Clark, she's building her legacy. So whose side are you on? Team Clark or Team Reese? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss what's next. Tap the video on your screen. We'll see you in the next one.